welcome to 2025. Yeah. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you had an amazing 2024 and 2025 is going to be even better. So I hope you guys are ready. Got a lot of great stuff going on for you tonight, but I want to find out who tuned in tonight, first of all. So first of all, Abdul, good to see you, buddy. Happy New Year, everyone. Yeah. Absolutely. Rose, my dear, there she is. Happy New Year. May the odds be ever in your favor. Yes, indeed. This year, we are going to rule, especially because we're all part of Down Home Crypto. Now, if you're just tuning in, or this is your first time ever being here, I want to share a little bit about Down Home Crypto because I've had a lot of new faces pop up, and I want to let you know that everybody is welcome. So I hope you're going to hang with us. I hope you're going to have some fun with us. Now, as you know, on Friday nights, it's all about making those connections because really that's what this world's all about, is making connections. We can always make money. Money is easy. It grows on every day. They print new money, so not a problem. But making those priceless connections, that's what this is all about. So, how was that? Wild Angel. Hi, everybody. Yes, Wild Angel will not be joining us tonight. Sadly, she is working her second job to make sure that I can stay here every day and keep giving you the good stuff. So, we love you, dear. Thank you so very much. Rogue Evolution. Dylan, how you doing, brother? Man, we got a whole party going on here. We got you, bro. I love it. Thank you, my man. Thank you, my man. So, if this is your first time here on Friday night, welcome. We always show up every Friday to have some fun. Now, on Friday, it's party at Serenity's house, but a couple rules. First of all, leave your shoes at the door. Kick back, relax. Let's have some fun. Fix yourself a drink. Better yet, make it two. It gets kind of wild around here. Snacks, vapes, crackers, whatever you got, kick back, relax. Let's have some fun. Now, for you, words are hard today. Obviously, it's Friday night. For those of you who might be new to Down Home Crypto, I'm going to tell you a little about why is it Down Home Crypto. I've got that questions many times recently, and I want to tell you a story. So, in my lifetime, I'm kind of an older guy. Okay, I'm really old, but we won't get into that. I started off at the bottom of the food chain. I've been at the top of the food chain, and I got knocked back down. Life throws curveballs at everybody. So I wanted to create an environment where everyone is equal. I don't care how rich you are. I don't care how poor you are. I don't care how old you are or how young you are. How educated, or if you dropped out of high school. I don't care. Nobody cares. The only thing we care about is making sure to educate and support each other in your endeavor to grow and succeed. Now, that could be financial success. Absolutely. We've got connections. That could be emotional growth. Absolutely. We've got that. It might be metaphysical or scientific. It could be anything. That's what makes Down Home Crypto so great, is we have a community of all different walks of life, all types of education, age groups, everything you want to know. And I guarantee somebody in there knows something that you want to learn about. And that's what I want to do, is build a community that brings these people together. And it doesn't matter what your class is. I don't care if you hang out at country clubs. I don't care if you live in a cardboard box. None of that matters to me. What matters is you want to help your fellow man grow, and you want to grow. And so that's what Down Home Crypto is all about. So I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for being part of this amazing family. Because it is a family. Because our whole goal is to make sure that everybody succeeds. Not just one person standing on the backs of others, but that we all lift each other up. So that is the core and the moral of Down Home Crypto. So if this is the place for you, then hey, welcome. Love to have you here. And I want to make sure that you guys have every opportunity. Now, as you know, at the start of every Freaky Friday, I try to give you an update because I'm always putting videos out trying to share these opportunities. Let you know what's going down in the crypto world. Maybe even throw a couple things your way that's very speculative or might be risky. So I always recommend never listen to me, never listen to anybody else. Do your own research and decide for yourself on any financial endeavor, because only you know your situation. Okay, so did I cover everything? We good so far? And Wild Angel says, hi, Rose, miss you. And Rose says, miss you too. I miss you too. Love you, Wild Angel. Thank you so much for all your hard work so I can stay here and build this awesome community. So it's only because of amazing backing like that I get to do this kind of stuff. So thank you very much, love. Okay. So you guys ready to dive into it? Ready to get into the juicy stuff, what's going down? Okay. So new year, guys, and we're going to get a lot of new faces coming in. A lot of people have never been through a bull market. They don't understand the risks that are involved in this. They don't know the safe practices. Maybe they didn't tune into Rags to Riches. Now, if you don't know what that is, then I highly recommend after this stream, go down below, find the Rags to Riches season that I did with Cyril Kier. Watch those. There is a ton of amazing information to make sure you stay safe out there. But I want to remind everybody, use safe practices. Make a new crypto wallet anytime you get in a DeFi project. Make sure never get out your seed phrases. Make sure never just throw information out there or download random programs. Don't click on any random links. Verify them. Here at Down Home Crypto, we've got Alpha Cruz and Cyril and several other moderators that try to keep us safe, but some slip through. So be very careful on any link you click, okay? So practice safety out there, because as we get ahead in this world, our bags are going to grow. And the last thing I want anybody to do is have to deal with a bag getting wrecked or stolen. I've had that happen. Yeah, it sucks. Didn't lose a lot, but hey, when you don't have a lot, losing $50 is a ton. That's a fortune for me when I lost it. So it hurts. So please be careful out there, everybody. Okay, so let's dive into the crypto world real quick before we start get this party rolling. So first of all you Helium Endeavor people, that's right. Helium, whether you're running the cell phone app or you're running Hotspot, well, turn that right side up. Helium has been one of my favorites, and it's still one of the best DeepIn projects in my personal opinion. But you've got to be aware of HIP 138, okay? Now, that was voted on back in October of last year, where they are going to be merging the mobile and the IoT token back into HNT. They're going to go back to one token. They did get voted on, and it was approved. That's supposed to be coming down the pipe here in about 2 weeks, if I remember right. I haven't seen any announcements on it, but if you are involved in Helium, keep an eye on that, because that will change a few things. So, I will put I had the link. I lost the link. There it is. I'm going to put the link to that in the chat right now, guys. If you want to go read up on HIP 138, if that's going to affect you, then make sure to read up on it. That way you know what's going down. Okay, so that covers that. Now also, guys, if you've been involved in Helium in a while and you had a CBRS radio, okay? If you got one, you know that they're not earning. They quit earning about a month and a half ago. There is a trade-in program running right now for CBRS radios that you can do through your dashboard. So if you go into the dashboard where you typically pay your fees for your CBRS, there is a trade-in form. Now, if I remember right, you've only got like a couple weeks left to fill that out, get it submitted, and they're going to start sending you out hotspots to replace your CBRS radios. So I want to make sure you get every opportunity. So if you did pick up CBRS, then awesome, go trade it in. Now, if you think you're going to jump into eBay and pick one up today and then get a free trade-in, it's not going to happen. You had to be paying the fees, I believe it was October, for your CBRS license. And you had to pay that back in October. They took a snapshot. And only if you did that can you qualify for the trade-in. So if you get a CBRS radio, definitely go on your dashboard, fill out that form for the trade-in. Okay. Let's see. Did I miss any comments? Nope, no new comments yet. Some private chat planning to get you to... Ooh. Looks like we might have some prizes a little bit later. So, guys, you better stay tuned and hop in the chat here. Make some noise. Let us know you're here, because looks like Santa Claus is coming a little bit late this year. Or early. See, late from last year. Or I don't know. We'll see. Anyway. Okay, so that brings us to Helium. Now, as we dive into the bull market, okay, for those of you who are new, I want to remind you of one simple fact we talked about in Rags to Riches repeatedly. And that is a simple truth. That 95% of all new businesses will fail, okay? 95% are going to fail. It's not always because poor management. It's not always because poor technology. There are so many factors, but the simple truth is most of them will fail. So as you're researching these DeepIn projects or crypto projects, whatever you're getting into in 2025, keep in mind, 95% of those will not be here by the time we hit 2030. So don't get a mortgage on your house. Don't be selling your car and putting it towards DeepIn hardware or something. That is way scary and risky. Only invest what you can afford to lose, because most of these will not be around in 3 to 5 years. Okay, so please be safe out there. Okay, so that covers that. I'm just running down the list here, guys. If you have any questions, if you want to know something, please let me know. Now, I wanted to give you guys a comparison because right now we're seeing a lot of new DeepIn projects pop up. And I'm a firm believer of DeepIn. Now, if you don't know what DeepIn is, it stands for Decentralized Private Infrastructure Network. Essentially, every piece of information in this world has value. Google found that out. Microsoft found that out. Yahoo, all these big corporations are utilizing your information, and they've been capitalizing on it for years. From what you watch on YouTube to what you eat for dinner to how far you drive your car. All of that information has value. Well, DeepIn is a completely new private infrastructure where we, the people, build up these networks. We allow our information or our data to be used, and we get revenue from it. So instead of Google or Microsoft earning money from this, We, the people who run these devices, like the Star Plug, or maybe a weather station, we are making revenue from this information. That's what DPIN is. If you want to know more, definitely jump in the Discord, talk to me about it. But what I want to make you aware of is we're going to see a lot of new DPIN projects popping up. So I want to give you a quick example here. I just did a video on the Nubila. I was corrected by one of the viewers saying, I was saying it wrong. It's not Nubila, it's Nubila. And it's Latin for cloud, I think it was. I forget. So I stand corrected. But when you're going in and you're shopping for these DPIN products, okay, shop around. You do that at home, right? If you see something at one store, you'll go to another store, see if it's a better price. Well, same thing here. So here's the Nubila Marco on Helium Deploy. Now, if you head over to Enchantment, the Nubila Marco is $275. That's $25 cheaper. Do yourself a favor, guys. Don't just jump on a link because I said it's great. Don't jump on it because anybody else advertised it. I don't care who's promoting it. Go out, do your own research, and find yourself the best deal out there. Now, if you do want to get something from Helium Deploy, I can tell you that they're giving 10% off every order if you use the Serenity affiliate link. And I'll put that in the chat down below, just so you guys have it handy. But in correlation to that, if you go over to Enchantment, get the same thing, not only is it a cheaper price, but they're giving 10% off every single device in the order. So there's a lot of different ways you can save money. Now, why is this important? Hey, Ashley, good to see you, dear. And I'll put the link to Enchantment down there. But why is this important? Well, because as we dive down the rabbit hole of the bull market, we're going to be talking about ROI. The trick is once you buy a device, you have to make so much money until you, first of all, pay off the device, pay off your investment. That's your return on investment. Then everything after that is profit. So the less you have to pay for a device, the better. That means you're going to ROI faster, going to give you more profits in the long run. So shop around, see what you can find. Now, on top of that, I want to, something I just found out thanks to Smiley Girl, and I know you're hiding down there somewhere, Smiley Girl. Ash says, Rose, Angel, hi. I did not realize there was an almost identical weather station, similar to Nubila, called SkyX. I'm like, wow, that's totally cool. And I started doing some research side by side. They're pretty much identical, but different companies. So this is where it becomes really important to do your own research, because just because I say, or I do a video on Nubila, doesn't mean that's the right one. It may crash in a month or 2 months. I don't know. I'm giving you the information, and I urge you always, never listen to me, never listen to anybody else who jumps up here or anywhere else. Do your own research and decide for yourself, because only you know your situation and only you can make a good, valid risk assessment for what's right for you. And Rogue Evolution says, we're going to give away SkyX weather station soon, bro. Ooh. Woohoo. Looks like Rogue Evolution is going to be Santa Claus. Remind me to send you one soon. Absolutely. Please do. I would love to do a review on it and find out about it. Because, yeah, I've got the Marco Miner. I would have loved to do a SkyX side by side and see how they compare. Reading the white papers and the documentation, they look really similar. So look forward to that. Thank you, Rogue Evolution. And that's awesome. Dylan, love you, brother. Okay, eyes are itching. Sorry. Okay, so moving down the line. Now, I've been doing some videos lately on some free opportunities, very step-by-step guides. The trick is we're getting a lot of new people coming in the crypto space. And a lot of us, simply put, we don't have any money. We can't afford to go buy a miner for $200. I mean, that's grocery money. We can't afford to do that. So I've really been trying to share with you guys some early opportunities that cost zero money out of pocket. The latest one was Rainmaker. Now, Rainmaker is a great app, and I can tell you I'm looking at about $400 so far is what I'm making per month. The token generation event hasn't occurred yet. But I'm making these videos very, very simple so anybody can get started. But even those, I recommend do your own research, decide if it's right for you. Now, to go along with that, there is another 7 zero money out-of-pocket opportunities that I put in the description down below. And they include things like grass, which we found out from our brother BTK. Thank you, BTK. We did great on the last airdrop. I know several of us made several hundred, if not more, on that airdrop. We've got Gradient, which is happening right now. Future airdrop coming. NodePay. Once again, they're talking right around the corner. Blockmesh, another free one that's coming around the corner. Bless, Distribute AI, and Tenio Pro. All these are in the description down below, but always read through the documentation before you start installing them and decide if it's right for you. Abdul says, nice one. Okay, there was one piece of information I didn't share with you. I just got a response today. So, Starplug did a video on these guys about 108 days ago. Why do I know 108 days? Because the Pioneer Pass NFT gave Nova tokens for 100 days. Well, mine just expired. I just used it up. And so I wanted to share with you exactly what that looks like so far. And I want to tell you about the token generation event that nobody knows about. So, first of all, what does it look like? Let me share my screen here real quick. Put this back up on the Jumbotron. There we go. Okay, so after 100 days of running a Nova Pioneer Pass on Nova, that was worth 28,452 Nova tokens. Now, those are going to be translated into the T-Star token at Token Generation event. So you can still get the Pioneer Pass. I'm going to put another one on my account and get it up and running again. But here's the kicker. They just announced this. If, like I told you in the video, you could buy a Pioneer Pass without buying a Star Plug. And you could start collecting Nova tokens. But you are going to have a Star Plug on that account to convert those Nova tokens to T-Stars. Okay? They just announced that the other day, so I don't want anybody to get blindsided. If you got the Pioneer Pass and you've been collecting those Nova points, awesome. Just know that when you go to exchange them over to T-Star at the Token Generation event, you will have to have a Star Plug on the account when you do that. Now, you can get a Star Plug both at Helium Deploy and on Enchantment, or in the video, I even have a link directly to Star Power. I can tell you so far, Enchantment's been my cheapest way to go. So, but that's up to you. Do your own research, decide for yourself. I just want to make you aware that's what's going to happen. Now, the Token Generation event. Per Drago, I asked for a vague date, because they won't give me a final one, or they won't give me an official one. But they're penciling in the TGE event for Star Power the end of Q1 of this year. So that's only a couple months away. So it is just a pencil. It is just speculative. Don't quote me on that. But I asked for a vague idea. That's his vague idea. So gives you a little bit of time. If it's something you want to research, it's not like a rush. You have to do it tomorrow. So let's see. I think that covers everything I wanted to get into. The biggest thing, guys, I want to say is if you're new here or if you know somebody who's just getting into crypto, please teach them the rules of solvency. Teach them safe practices. Teach them how to keep their wallet secure. Make sure they're making a new wallet for every DeFi project they get into. And always do a risk analysis and never overextend yourself. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. Because remember, 95% of all businesses will fail. So be safe out there, guys. And I was really hoping about this time we would see somebody pop in the back so I could grill him on it. But he's not here yet. Starwalk here. Okay, and Regulus says, we're giving away 50 total SkyX weather stations soon. Finishing up some... Ooh, nice! I love that. Okay, so, guys, if you have any questions of anything I've covered, or you want to know anything, please toss it in the chat real quick. And while you're doing that, make sure to join the Down Home Crypto Discord, because it can only be an amazing place if people like you jump in and participate and become part of the family. And like I said, I don't care how much money you got. I don't care if you're rich, if you're poor, if you're educated, if you're smart, if you're old, if you're young. It doesn't matter. What matters is you want to grow and you want to help others around you grow together. That's what makes us a family. So there's a link right there. Jump in the Down Home Crypto Discord. Wow. Jump in the Down Home Crypto Discord. Say hello. You'll get to talk to Dylan, Smiley Girl, Cyro here, Crow, myself, Alpha, all these great people who have connections all over the place. So you want to know more about the crypto world? That's the place to get connected. Rose says he's stuck in a meeting. Yeah. Thank you, Rose. He did say he had a meeting. I was hoping by now I had talked enough to get him in, but that's okay. He can correct me with all the things I said wrong a little bit ago once he does show up. But I don't see any other questions popping up the screen. So, guys, if you have some, throw them in real quick. Otherwise, we're going to get this party started. Okay, did I cover everything? Let's see. Let me double check with my assistant. Hey, Assistant Crow, did I cover everything or did I miss something?
You got it.
I got it. All right. And I hit go live all by myself. Woohoo. How you doing, Crow?
I'm doing great.
Awesome, buddy. How's your new year treating you so far?
Lazy.
Lazy? What do you mean lazy? Shouldn't you be at work or something?
No, I'm on vacation still.
Still?
Still.
It's kind of like a permanent vacation with you going there, right?
No, I wish.
When's vacation over, buddy?
Monday.
Monday. Oh, how long have you been off?
14 days?
Going back to work after a 14-day vacation. Oh, that's gonna hurt, man.
It's gonna end on a 17-day. I think is what it is.
Oh, damn. Do you even remember how to cut wires?
I don't remember how to reprint.
Yeah, it's okay. We don't either. Ashley says, how was everyone's week? Thank you, Ashley. Actually, mine was pretty good. How about your guys'? Crow, how was yours, man, since you've been on vacation all week?
Oh, mine's been great.
I bet it has. I know you've been gaming heavily. I've been keeping an eye on that. It's like, man, you're just dominating the game world. And Rogue Evil says, busy. All right, that's what I like to hear. Me too. Mega House says, what's up, nerds? So, speaking of what's up, nerds, let's bring the nerd god himself up here, Mr. Cyril. Here, how you doing, brother?
What's up? I'm good.
What's
How are
up?
you?
Doing good, my man. Doing good. How was your week, brother?
It was all right. I am just now getting into my juice because I was on a meeting prior to that. So you still have Lucid Cyril. However, I made a blend this time. Because, see, here's the thing. The grape syrup kicks in really, really fast, really hard, and leaves really quick, right? The watermelon one comes in slow, lingers a long time, is like kind of like decent, right? And then fades on out like later in the evening. But the mango comes on quick, kicks the llama's ass, and then sticks around for a while. So I figured if I mixed equal parts of all three, I am a chemist.
We'll be picking you up off the floor in about 30 minutes. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Cyril, while we have Lucid Cyril here, you missed my intro and stuff. I do apologize. I was hoping you'd make it, but I know you're busy, man. So thank you for joining us. I was reminding everybody at the beginning, the safe practices we talked about, rules of solvency, making a wallet, don't overextend, do your own research, those kind of tips that these new investors, these new people getting in the crypto world, even in deep in, really need to know about. And so, what's some words of wisdom you can tell us as we're heading to this bull market? What do we need to do to make sure we stay safe out there?
Well, most of you have a crap ton of open token approvals on your wallet and don't even realize it, right? So make sure you're revoking token approvals. Make sure you're disconnecting from various dApps. Make sure any dApp you do connect to is the actual correct web address. Make sure you're not clicking on links and crap. Only get links directly from the protocol or the Discord protocol or the Twitter pinned links or whatever the heck, right? The official source, not just one that's been pasted in the chat. Sorry, it's hard to think of with the background music. It's really loud for some reason on my end.
Is it? Okay, I'll turn that down.
It might just be me, but
I think it's you because I'm down on 10.
okay. Well, usually we would stick it on like 8 or 10 when we were doing Rags to Riches. So
Right. I'll kick it down a bit.
yeah,
Sorry, keep going.
Yep. And then just don't be stupid, right?
Don't be me. Got it. Okay. Or him. And and that's one of the things I want to remind everybody about, that kind of stuff, because we're getting a lot of new faces coming in here. And like I told everybody, just because I'm doing a video on it or I'm sharing this information, don't get into it because I said so. Don't listen to this guy or that guy or that guy or that guy. Do your own research. Always. Yeah. Brittany, it's Friday night and we are talking about crypto. Well, we're starting there. We're getting into it. But yeah, we're evolving over. By the way, yes, I'm still getting even with you for the glitter bomb. For everybody who saw the short, that's Britt. That's who got me the glitter bomb. Her and that guy. I'm gonna get even with him too.
Nope.
You participated. You're totally guilty,
There was
man.
a white bow. White bow equals amnesty.
I don't think it works that way.
I don't think so. No. I don't think my vengeful side cares at all.
There was a whole bow system we had on Christmas that was absolutely hilarious. It was like red was fragile, green was good, just tuck it, and then white was just amnesty.
It's like waving a white flag. Oh God, don't hurt me. I love it. Hunter side didn't know. Rugged was said, to be honest, I didn't know there was music. Yeah, that's interesting. I still don't know why it picks up really loud for you, Sai, and quiet for everybody else. That's interesting. BTK says, recover your wallet as a test also if you never have, especially hardware wallets. Yes, absolutely. Seed phrases. Recover it. Get that seed phrase. Keep it safe. Absolutely.
Yeah, everyone writes down their seed phrase, but how many of you have actually imported it into a new device or a fresh, install? Yeah, well, yeah, I kind of figured you guys had. I'd be a little worried if you didn't. But, are you familiar with that process? Do you have that down? This is all stuff you need to, test.
Exactly. So, guys, if you're running into problems, like I said, Down Home Crypto, we are all about helping everybody. And I don't care how much you do know or don't know. That doesn't matter to us. We don't care. We don't care if you got a ton of money or no money. We don't care. We care that you want to grow, and we want to help you do that. And together, we're all going to evolve. In fact, if you want to take a super step into evolution, you should check out the, what channel is it? Resources channel, where Mr. Kier down here has a pretty wild set of documents. Cyro, you want to tell us about it, buddy?
Sure. So it is lessons 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 out of the light course. It's just the written version. It will be made into an actual video course later. But in the interest of making sure everybody has access to faster growth going into 2025, I wanted to make it available to you guys first. But these lessons go over your brain. They go over something called the default mode network, which is comprised of 4 different regions of your brain that each serve a different purpose, right? But it's essentially your default programming, right? It's going to be how you respond to situations. It's going to be your habits. It's going to be the routines. It's going to be the stuff you do subconsciously, right? And then it goes into, lesson 5 goes into neuroplasticity and the capacity for change. Lesson 6 talks about the role of emotion and memory in decision making. Lesson 7 introduces you to epigenetics and gene expression and how you can actually flip gene expression without needing to worry about trying to modify your genetics, simply by introducing some changes. And lesson 8 touches on the interplay between biology and environment in shaping behavior, right? So all of these combined will give you a really good grasp of how you would go about actually changing the way your brain operates. Tired of being stuck in the same rut? Then change it.
Yeah, I love it. So, guys, we are all about growth, and we have the resource to help you. Anything you want to know, jump to the Down Home Crypto Discord, and we will absolutely help in any way we can. So, one person I know that has done some immense growth of 2024 and is just headed to skyrocket 2025 is none other than Miss Smiley Girl herself. How you doing, girl?
Hi, guys. I'm great. How are you?
Hey, Smiley.
Doing good.
Hi.
That looks like a new profile.
It is. Okay, so this is kind of fun. So I went on one of those apps where you can turn your picture into something else. And so this was an actual picture I took of myself, but then I put it in the app and asked it for the comic book version. Oh my gosh, it looks so much better than I do in real life. So I'm going to use that.
I love it. That's great. So now we know what Smiley looks like in a comic book. Now, I got to ask Smiley, when are you going to dox? I'm going to see you here in a couple weeks in Seattle. You know that picture's going to get out, right?
Oh, I know. That's probably my first day. Is probably at the Deep End Day in Seattle. So anybody who's there, good to see me.
I thought that's what you did. That you updated your picture and it was you, and I was like, "What the hell?" So I had to blow it up and see what's going on. And
up in the back.
Supergirl. Dun, dun, dun.
I need my own name.
So
Hey, Rose.
do you actually have like the pixie cut style hairstyle?
I do. I really do.
Rose is probably going to be jealous of that because she keeps toying with the idea of getting a pixie cut because our daughter had her hair cut into a pixie cut, and so now she's trying to vicariously,
Oh, it's fun. I used to have hair all the way down my back, almost to my waist, and I cut it all off, and so I loved it.
Me too. I had it down to my belly button. At one point, I used to be able to sit on it.
Oh, wow. Did you accidentally sit on it? Because that kind of hurts.
Once, and my hair got cut shortly after that.
Cool.
I've never had that problem. I'm envious, but at the same time, I'm happy for you guys. It's okay. Hey, I gotta take care of my hair. It takes a long time to get this right. And I want to give a shout out to Rogue Evolution. Thank you, buddy, who gifted 10 Down Home Crypto memberships. I love it. Thank you, Dylan. And in fact, I got to get through the comments, and then I got a surprise for everybody there. So Rogue Evolution says that she is going to be up in front and talk about what us at Rogue are doing. Really, Smiley, you get to talk at the Deep End Day?
I guess so. I'm good with it.
Oh,
Surprise! I love it. So, guys, I'm hoping while we're in Seattle, that's the 24th, is the Freaky Friday. I've got my 10-year-old laptop that I'm hoping I can stream Freaky Friday. So we'll see how it works out. I'll let you guys know as we get closer. But keep an eye out because we might be streaming live from Seattle. So be prepared for that. Britt says, hi, Smiley.
Hi,
And
Britt.
Ash says, I need to give a shout out today. I placed an order with Vegan Dreams here in Denver. We are celebrating
Rescueversary.
Rescueversary. Thank you. Of the animals. My grandmother would be 160 today, and it's 6 months, no medical. All right, Ashley, congrats, girl. That's awesome.
The second part of the comment is next.
Okay, got it. There. Okay. Oh, there we go. Treatments for Sealy. So I ordered, and today when I picked them up, she wouldn't let me pay. Wow. That is awesome.
Tell Sealy congratulations on having 6 months free of medical treatments. I'm sure they are loving that.
Absolutely. That's a great milestone to reach, and I'm sure that Ashley just, feels so good about that because it's hard to watch your kids go through all of that. And she's been such an amazing support for her family. She shows up every single day and it's not always easy. So I also want to kind of give a shout out to all the parents out there, because you are taking care of people, real people, and I just want to acknowledge that that's not always easy and you have a hard job and you guys show up every single day, and that's just really cool and deserves some recognition.
Oops. How about I unmute? Well said, Smiley. And being a parent is challenging, to say the least. So everybody out there, let's make 2025 the best year yet. And I'm proud of all of you for surviving 2024 and that was a mess. There were some days.
Yeah.
Okay, Britt, we'll see you later, dear. Love you. And check that out. Rogue Evolution community. Wow, that is awesome. Thank you so much, Rogue Revolution. And to say thank you, guys, got a special surprise. We've got Mr. Dylan himself straight from Rogue Revolution. How you doing, Dylan?
Oh, good. Just busy.
Busy's good. What are we doing? Dominating the world?
Looks like he's constructing a massive server.
Yeah, just working in nuclear bunkers, preparing to deploy AI infrastructure on a decentralized network. So let's say United States gets nuked, well, Conduit AI decentralized system will still be up and running.
Oh, I love it. I saw the pictures there that you've been posting, man. Those are awesome. Hey, if you got a few extra graphics cards, send them on over, huh? I'll give him a good home. Don't worry about it. So, Dylan, if you would, man, since you're here, give us a shout out. What is Rogue Evolution? What are you guys building?
Well, let's ask Smiley. She's better at explaining it than I am, actually.
Okay, Smiley.
Oh my gosh.
Go get him.
Okay, well, basically what we do is we build the hardware And it's totally customized hardware, and it is the infrastructure for eventually Conduit Network. But right now, we've been building it and using it so that we can power GPU hours for anybody who needs AI power for, like, let's doing their large language models or anything like that, or, you know, I don't know, maybe a huge video game company or somebody. So we rent out that usage for the hour, and if you need any, let us know. And then we sell the equipment, and you can invest in that if you'd like. Or, oh, sorry. Oh, I always mess up the name of this. I've been calling them investors, but then I was corrected that they're clients. So our clients we appreciate. They can buy the hardware, and then they can receive some of the earnings as well. Oh my gosh, I need to totally have this down before DPIN Day, don't I? I'm just going
Probably a good idea, yeah. You get
going
practice here.
ahead.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're happy to be your guinea pig, so practice away on us, girl. Go ahead.
Well, that's basically it. You know, I don't know. In a nutshell, I will have to come better prepared next time.
That's okay. You're doing great, dear. And I think you did very well. You could get a little smoother, a little more technical, but
Oh my gosh, yes.
for a spur of the moment, I think you did awesome. What do you guys think?
I'm so in the D&D mindset on Friday. I have to change it up to work.
Okay, well, yeah. The work side, it's out the window here. And by the way, where was it? I saw it a second ago. I want to give this shout out. So Rose says, "Oh my God, go Sealy!" I love it. Thank you, Rose. And Ash says, "It's easier with a community like this." So thank you, Ashley. Thank you, because you help make this community awesome. All of you do. This community is not based on one person. It's not based on anything except for the joy and happiness of helping each other succeed. So we're gonna make 2025 a great year. I'm excited. I'm just happy to thrive as numbers again today when a nurse came were perfection. Nice. Great to hear, dear. Makes it. That's awesome, Ashley. And thanks so much for allowing us space, the love, the support. We would not have gotten through it without our respite. Aw, thank you, dear. Thank you so much. We love having you. Love having everybody here. So, okay, we got past the work stuff, right? Now we're ready to have some fun. Let the crazy begin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Crow. You got some splaining to do, man. What the hell is up with D&D, brother? Come on, man, we're waiting.
On the hot seat, yeah.
I know, right?
I'm ready. Bring it.
For those who would like to play D&D, D&D has availability. Let's try to get a date together. That's where we're at. I just need dates so I can try to coordinate everyone to have a certain date and time that we can all get some gaming in.
Nice.
Hey.
Why
Now,
don't, instead of a slew of DMs, why don't we make the questing with Crow accessible to other members of the Discord and create in the forum for D&D planning, create a forum post in there titled availability, where everybody can just go in there and post like what days they're available, or like make it a poll, right? That way it's all in one spot. We can figure out what, like 2 days, if you want to do it like once, or, you know, run like 2 sessions, one that runs once a month, one that runs like twice a month or something, like bi-weekly, whatever, right? You know, we could assign that based off of how many people are signing up for what their availability is, and it's going to make it a lot easier on you, Crow. And it's going to let everybody else be like, you know, then they can see what everyone else's availability is and be like, well, you know, maybe if I move that thing from that day to this day, I can slide in where everyone else is, right?
See, that's a smart thing, though.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Kind of makes sense.
Sorry, the juice is starting to kick in. That would be the great part of the blend.
Go great.
Go great.
I love it. So, guys, if you don't know, yes, that's part of Down Home Crypto. So right down here on the left, you'll see Questing with Crow. This is where you can get connected and do D&D. And if Crow ever gets busy, then we can do this. And if Alpha was here, we could open this up. But Alpha's not here, so it's broken. Alpha, where are you?
I can open it up. Watch this. Watch this.
There you go.
Hold my beer.
Click on
My beer watch this shit. Here we go.
That was the same energy. Just I can do it. Hold my beer.
channel. They cannot create posts, but I will make it so they can send messages in posts. That way nobody floods your posting. Ta-da!
Perfect. And just so you guys,
done.
there you go. It's that easy. And just so you guys know, literally 3 of the people up here are moderators. So yeah, you want to share information, you want a channel created, you want to help grow the community in some way, let us know. I'm happy to open it up for everything. We've got different crypto projects, we've got different events, we got everything. We've even got some amazing music by what was Mega Hash and is now Siren Song, right?
Sonic Siren.
Sonic Siren. Sorry, my bad.
It's all good.
So, yeah, I mean, you name it, we've got it in Downhill Crypto. So hop in, get active in the community. We got all kinds of stuff going. Great thing is, it's totally free. Hop in, have some fun, and thanks again to Dylan for giving memberships out, man. That's awesome. Thank you, brother. We lost him. And BTK says, I like talking about crypto. Oh, he's back. Okay. Okay. So, see, we're here to put DeepIn in the hands of people. We understand a lot of people can't afford DeepIn. So, Dylan, you want to tell us about this, bud? Instead of me reading your post?
So a really cool, interesting fact. So when we deploy stuff at our businesses, we always throw extra stuff onto our orders. We're already getting like 30, 40% off. And what we do is we just hand out the extra products and we just deploy our normal stuff. So we know people can't afford it, because I remember those days back before I was even 18, like, dude, $300 is a lot of money. It just was. So our goal is to try and improve the DeepIn space by allowing the people that can't afford it to actually get into it.
Dude, I think that's awesome, man. Love it. Okay.
See, that's
So,
Dylan. I don't know if you already have this planned, but you should purchase a couple extra DeepIn devices and then fractionalize the ownership of it and allow people to essentially mint like fractionalized ownership NFTs of that DeepIn product, and then split the results with a simple claim dApp, that like the rewards with a simple claim dApp.
I've had people come to me already. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I heard you talking about DeepIn products and making it easier for people. It's the first thing that just popped into my head right now. So I just figured I'd mention it. I figured you had already thought of it. You know, I'd be worried if you hadn't, but I don't know. I'm just talking out loud now.
Hey, Sai, actually, that's great, because I want to pick your brain on that one real quick, bud, because I've thought about doing that, because I know that if I get 15, 20 of the community members together, we could probably get one of these high-dollar piece of equipment, but wouldn't that qualify as a security? Wouldn't we have to be worried about that?
Well, no, because the way that would operate, right, is it's being purchased by the entire community, or like buying the people who are doing it, right?
Right.
So it's not, it's a product, essentially. Yes, the DeepIn products can earn you money, but it's still a product that does something else, right? So as long as you make sure you word everything that's written, be like, oh, let's buy this DeepIn product jointly. I'll operate it here. Whatever this product produces, I'll just distribute. Because again, you're not talking about profit. Who knows whether the thing that's producing is going to be worth anything, right? The producing is just a byproduct. The product serves a purpose, like your helium hotspots, right? The purpose is mesh network style communications. That's what the product does. The fact that it earns you helium tokens as well, that's just a bonus, right? That's not the purpose of purchasing the product.
Okay. But if they're utilizing an NFT to get their derivatives, their payments, whatever, is that part of security? How would you do that to make sure you don't fall into any traps there?
Well, here's the thing. An NFT is still also considered a product individually. And it all boils down to how is the person selling that NFT, right? And that's where a lot of them get nailed with the securities. It's how they're selling it, and you are saying, buy this NFT to fractionalize ownership of this DPIN product, right? You know, plain and simple. Everyone here is smart and can infer what the hell that means, right? You don't have to put it in writing or actually state it. You know, they're all jumping in to split this DPIN product that you're going to operate, and you know, whatever byproduct it produces, you'll distribute. Whether or not that byproduct is going to be worth anything, that's for them to decide, right? That's not your problem. Okay. They're not investing; they are purchasing a product, right? And then whatever it produces, you'll distribute.
Okay, gotcha. So I wondered how that worked, because that's something that I know you and I have talked about several times, Sly, over the last year or so, because there's a lot of things I would like to do that with. That a lot of us, we don't have the $5 or $10 to buy a piece of equipment, but if we get 50 of us together and we fractionalize it, then we could do something like that. So,
well, let me put it to you this way.
Yeah.
Let's say I ran a landscaping company and I wanted a new dump truck, and that dump truck was going to cost me $90,000. I could either carry a loan with the bank for $90,000, or I could mint 90 NFTs, $1,000 each, and say, let's all pull our money and buy this dump truck, and then we will lease it to this construction company, right? And that construction company just so happens to be mine. So instead of making payments to the bank, I'm making a lease payment to the LLC that those 90 people set up joint ownership of, that owns the thing, the product that they're leasing, right? That's different. Okay. There's a lot of things you can do. Okay.
Sounds good. And guys, this is why I love Down Home Crypto, because we got these connections. And yeah, that's one thing I've been wondering about. So there you go. You guys want advice on what to do, what not to, and we got connections. We know people. I know him. And her. She's over there. There you go. So, kind of curious, guys. 2025 just started, and we're talking about all this crypto stuff, but I really want to know, what is your guys' goals? What, if you had to pick one thing out of 2025, what is it that you want to strive to dominate or perfect, to grow into? Is it financial? Is it emotional? Is it relationship? Is it education? What is it? Let me know in the chat down below. And Crow, since you're drinking Mountain Dew, you get to start.
Why is Mountain Dew the drink that makes it a start?
He's hoping that one of the things you're going to work on is cutting back on the Mountain Dew.
Okay, do you all choose life?
That's fair. I don't know, serious girl. What what's the top of your list of things to accomplish this year, buddy?
Get my journeyman card for electrical. That is the up here, like that is the goal.
Well, apparently another journeyman is already all hopped up on Mountain Dew, so Mountain Dew is the way to go for journeyman cards. Right on, BTK. I love it, brother. I like it, and that's a good goal. Now, you've been working on that how long now, buddy?
This is the 4th year.
Home stretch. Here we go. I love it. Okay, Smiley, what's your goal, my dear?
To speak well.
I'm not even putting that on my list because I suck at that. Hey, David, that's all. So, like, you mean speak well in public? You mean what kind of speaking well are you going for? Sure.
D, all of the above.
Yes.
There you go.
But here's the thing, Smiley, you're actually great at speaking. Like, on the rare occasion where you go on a passion ramble, right?
Oh, yeah.
You speak rather eloquently. You put your ideas together well, and you communicate it clearly. So you just need to remind yourself you're speaking from a place of passion, right? And share that passion with them. And because passion is infectious, and I think that you will do fantastic.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Absolutely. I totally concur. And, you guys probably already know this. Most of what I come out here with is absolutely nothing. It's just a passion to share with you guys. It's my energy, my excitement. That's it. And so, yeah, I may sound like an idiot most days, but we won't go down that rabbit hole. But Smiley, you have such an infectious personality. It's awesome. You're like the ray of sunshine that people are craving. They need that. So right there, you've got this game 99% lit. If you make any sense at all, man, you're a win right there. Home run, guaranteed.
Well, thank you. I just love people. That's my passion, really. And so anytime I can meet people and talk to them and encourage them and just learn their story, everybody has such an amazing, interesting story. And they'll tell me sometimes like, oh, I don't have a very interesting story. But then you just start to ask them questions and they share who they are and where they've been. Yes, everybody has a story that's worth telling and worth listening to and acknowledging. And so I enjoy that. That's my passion.
I love
it.
Thanks.
That's awesome. Totally agree. And you made me think about it. The band Citizen Soldier has a song called Tell Your Story. Is that right, Crow? Tell Your Story? And phenomenal. If you haven't listened to Citizen Soldier, check them out. They've got some awesome music, and a lot of theirs is about the story of life. And so I think that's great, Smiley. And the fact that you care enough to want to hear someone else's story, man, that's a rarity. Most people are like, yeah, whatever, it's your life, I don't give a shit. And here we care. We want to know because we want to help. Maybe there's nothing we can do, but sometimes just sitting here and listening is all the help you need. Just get it out and move on.
Thank you, Ashley, and thank you, Rose. I just read Rose's comment, and that made me giggle. Thank you so much. I adore Rose, too. I hope to meet Rose and Ashley someday. That would be just amazing.
Well, if you're coming to the June or July or whatever it was thing in Philly, then you guys will meet us. You guys will all come over for dinner. Like we'll set up the guest suite if you want. Save a night on a hotel, you know. Philly's not far from here. It's like a 35-40 minute drive depending on the part.
Oh, I can do that. I can get an Uber or I can rent a car.
Oh yeah. We will find a way to crash your house, don't worry.
Perfect.
And this is why we have nice things.
Yeah, because I'm around. I have that effect. And Ashley says, we build community here. We build each other. Now my goal is a sanctuary where we have traditional housing for veterans, special needs, and parole families, where they learn to grow food and thrive. Ashley, I think that's great. That is an amazing goal.
Ashley, you and I are going to have to talk. I'll go last, Serenity, but because I do have a goal, but I'll go last.
Okay.
But yeah, Ashley, you and I are going to have to talk.
Absolutely. And Smiley is pure joy in human form. I agree, Ashley.
Thanks.
You are. You really are. And Smiley is the sweetest cinnamon roll that must be protected at all costs. I devour cinnamon rolls. I'm not sure if that's a good... I don't know. I love it. Wild Angel says, Smiley keeps me smiling when all else fails.
Aww. Thank you. Hi, Wild Angel. I miss you. I hope I get to
Me too.
see you soon. Yeah.
I saw her just a couple days ago. She's still alive.
Good.
BTK says it's 35 to 40 minutes. Cyril's driving with his 3000 GT. Nice. Oh, yeah. I want to go on a ride.
Yeah, I'll take you for a ride.
Perfect. I love it. PA in June, right? Yep. Wild Angel sounds like we're heading to Pennsylvania in June, so we got to save up our pennies, and we got to find a way to make it happen. Well, we're going to do it. I have no doubt. And Ash says, message me anytime in Discord. And I'm not even a quarter into my juice blend, and sheesh! Is it that good, Si?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you want to go ask... Good.
I was just going to say, yeah, I'm no longer in pain, so it's great.
Good.
That's always a win. Azrael says, well then, I joined the stream as Serenity is eating cinnamon rolls. So, okay, I gotta tell you a story about cinnamon rolls, guys. So, for Christmas for years, I've made the pies. And my sister-in-law, Aunt Janet, always made cinnamon rolls. Well, several years back, I made cinnamon rolls. We started competing for like 2 years. Went over to their house for Christmas one day, and she sabotaged my cinnamon rolls. She swears she didn't, but I swear she did. Anyway, so I quit making cinnamon rolls, and so now it's always Auntie brings cinnamon rolls every Christmas morning. We can't have Christmas unless Auntie brings cinnamon rolls. So she's a lot like you, Smiley, where she's just a ray of sunshine. And her cinnamon rolls that kicks off Christmas. Has for like 15 years now.
Thanks. And I can make cinnamon rolls too. I make them really light and fluffy.
Oh my God, I love you even more now. Sugar, yeah. I love it. Get me the details for PA. Okay, I will work on that, Wild Angel, definitely. BTK says, I'm a fan of the process of decarbonox. BTK, I don't even know what that is.
Decarboxylation. It's a chemical reaction. It removes carboxyl group and releases carbon dioxide. It's usually like a carboxylic acid. It removes the carbon atom from a carbon chain, essentially.
Learn something new. Okay.
Are we back to putting big fancy words to try to make Serenity pronounce?
That was my initial thought when I read what he said, because I wasn't sure where like that was coming from.
I don't know. Left field somewhere. I'm okay with that. So, Dylan, my man. So let us know, what is your goal for 2025? What's your biggest, highest goal that you're looking to attain?
Ooh, definitely going to be improving people's lives, both the financial side of things. Because financial freedom, that's what freedom is. I mean, you can't necessarily buy it, but you can earn it. And I want to help people achieve that. Smiley knows I'm not doing this for the money. I don't need the money. I've got into Bitcoin when it was $100 a coin. I'm doing this just to help grow the DePIN industry because there's an actual purpose with DePIN. And I want to improve people's lives.
Love it. And man, I think that's great, because that's my whole thing here at Down Home Crypto is, yeah, I could be out cutting wires with Crow and making good money, but I'm actually here instead trying to educate and help. So, man, my hat's off to you, brother, because I think that's awesome. I think there's so many people out there who the only thing they know is to live check by check until they're dead. And it's like, no, that's not okay. And that's why I started this whole journey to begin with, because, I worked with Crow at Nashville Builders. We had 200 plus employees, and these people only know to live check by check. 2 or 3 of them know anything about investing. 1 or 2 know anything about crypto. And I mean, these guys just live that life until they can't work anymore. And I've seen it time and time again. So, man, my hat's off to you, Dylan. If you're trying to educate and make the world a better place by helping others help themselves, dude, that's what we're all about.
Yes.
Oh, tuning in the regular TH. It's a party, damn it. Now I really need cinnamon rolls. I feel the same way, Rose. I know, I'm dying for a cinnamon roll. Now I'm hungry. Okay, Cy, lay it on us, brother. What's your goal, my man, for 2025?
Well, we haven't heard what your goal is yet. What's your goal, Serenity?
Oh, that's right. You didn't. So, my goal is to make sure that I can reach as many people as humanly possible and open up their minds to growth, not just financially. I hope they really do. I hope they do get some financial growth out of it. But I want to make sure they know that they're not alone. I want to make those connections. I want to get people connected with people like Cyro, like Smiley, like Crow, like Dylan. I want those people to think they're alone, they're hopeless, they're lost, and I want to bring them into the fold. And I want to let them know that somebody does care. I don't care what your situation is. I don't care how much you have or don't have. None of that matters. I don't care your history. I don't care if you just got out of jail. None of that matters. You want to grow. I want to help you grow. And so I'm going to help you connect with the people that can be the most beneficial in your journey. That's my goal.
I love it.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Now your turn.
Crap. Okay. So I would like this year, there's a lot of things I need to do and finish in order to accomplish this, but I would like to have all the paperwork filed to create the 3 organizations that I need to create, and have the 501c3 finished, finalized, set up, all of that, and have everything ready so that we're rolling, we're reaching people, and we're able to start breaking ground the following year on the first outreach center. So the course that I keep mentioning, right, or in that Serenity brought up earlier, that I shared 4 lessons from, it's essentially the cornerstone of the actual belief system, right? And it breaks down everything from quantum mechanics to the way your brain works to biology to sociology, psychology, like all of it, right? And it shows you the bigger picture. It shows you what all of the religions have been saying since the dawn of time, behind the message that got messed up as people converted it into methods of control, right? And it teaches you the original message of what everything is, what we are, and what we should be doing. And it shows you all the scientific proof of that, that you just don't hear about because, yeah, you get stuck in that 9 to 5, living paycheck to paycheck, etc. And that's the whole game, right? That's the money game. That's why it was created. Keeps you distracted from that. So you're always fighting for Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? But anywho, teaches all of that. It's a belief system, but because of the way geopolitics are going, to give it additional security, we're establishing essentially a church, right? A couple of reasons. One, so we can leverage the tax exemption while we are securing additional properties for building these outreach centers. And so that we can have an actual, like, quote unquote structure without it being like a corporation run thing. Because a corporation would, in order to do what you would need to do, you would be bound by case precedent that's been set, right? So you would have to provide value to shareholders. Doing it this way and structuring it as a religion not only provides protection politically, but also, just all in all. So anywho, so we're creating the church, but we're also doing the nonprofit and the charity branch. And so I want to have all that paperwork filed. And we're building these outreach centers for a lot of the same things that Ashley mentioned earlier in ending homelessness, teaching people there is a better way to live. Because how do you get this whole power structure that's been created to stop? The people at the bottom have to leave it, right? Hi,
Right.
Wild Angel.
Hi guys.
So,
Hi, love.
Hi.
but yeah, so, just teach it a better way to fix everything that way, and, teaching people skills and helping them grow, right? So
I think that's
my
great,
goal.
man. And the fact that you have something like that where they can go to, because, I mean, some of these people probably have nowhere to go. And, man, that sounds like an epic place to go there and to change their lives all at the same time.
Yep. And to save some costs, we're going to scoop up abandoned malls initially and renovate them and turn like one wing into a safe recovery center, right? Another wing into studio apartments with their own bathrooms, their own whatnot, because homeless shelters, I mean, I've seen it, man. There's a lot of bad that happens there. And with safety and security, and everyone who lives there works there, right? Because the food courts would be turned into massive food kitchens to feed anyone who needs it. We'd have a wing with hydroponics where people work to grow the food, right? Healthy food that doesn't have shit added to it, and teaching them all of these ways so that they can get their own home, set up their own hydroponic system, because it's not expensive to do, right? Grow your own food without needing land, right? But so like that's the goal.
Dude, I think that's epic. That's a huge goal. I mean, that's life changing for not just a few. That's like starting to change the world, brother, man. My hat's off to you. And anything you need, I'm always there to help out.
Well, before I die, I want to have an outreach center on the outskirts of every major city.
Wow.
I like it. And that's one thing that like I've told you guys, you've heard my story before. I grew up poor. I've been to the top, had tons of money, and then I crashed and burned, went through addiction. I was homeless, living on a porch. So, Sai, I know you've been kind of through the same thing. You've been homeless before. You know what it's like to be there. And man, I think that's absolutely huge that you want to pay it forward, that you want to help these people who have gone through the tragedies that we have. Hopefully they don't have to go through those tragedies to learn the lessons that we had to learn that way.
Yeah.
So, whew, man, I don't even know what to say after something like that. How do you compete with that? You don't.
Well, growth is not a competition. Okay, everyone has their own journey to walk, their own path, their own impact. But ultimately, as long as we all strive for increased connection, increased understanding, and increasing growth, then you will find your happiness, right? Those are the three things you should be seeking.
Exactly. And I'm glad you jumped on that, Cyril, because that's one thing I wanted to point out there is, as we go through this journey, guys, as whether it's in down home crypto, whether it's in your life, social, whatever it is, if you've got people that say, hey, look what I've got, and you're feeling maybe you don't have enough. It's like, man, I wish I had that. I had that. It doesn't really matter. What matters is you're growing. You're building those connections, and you're better than you were yesterday. Be proud of that. Don't negate those little victories, because they are it's the whole journey. That's the meat of this entire life.
Yep. Absolutely.
Wild Angel, are you back with us?
I am. I had to take care of a customer.
Hi, customer. Bye, customer.
So it's nice to see you guys. I miss you guys.
We miss you too.
We do miss you.
Smiley said she missed me. I had to come say hi.
Thank you.
Oh, of course.
Do you have time to tell us how's Dreaming Dragons going?
It's going really well. My business cards got here yesterday.
Nice.
Have a great night. Oh, you're coming in.
Coming, going.
Gloves are what kind?
And she's gone. Alpha Man, I'm sorry you're having mic issues, brother. And hey, if you get it fixed, hop in. And if not, you want to hang out with us, you can still hop in and you can type and chat. Either way, you're always welcome, buddy. You know that.
Okay, I had to give directions.
Okay. Did we find the gloves?
But yeah, gloves. But yeah, no, Dream Dragon's doing great. My business cards got here yesterday. I've handed out a bunch today, thanks to Serenity. And yeah, so I'll be back.
And she's gone. And so her business cards, guys. So here you go. There's her Dreaming Dragon Creations.
Aww.
Okay.
I love it.
Those are great.
So, yes, that was my Christmas present to her. It's one of those, she really wanted business cards, especially for Deep In Day when she goes down there and we're interacting with people. So, yeah, I made sure to get those for her, and now she can start making those connections. Although I hear Ashley is not letting anybody go before her on the next creation, so you might have to arm wrestle Ashley to get your stuff created. So, okay. Wow, it got quiet. Everybody's just kind of mellow.
Sorry. It must have been a sacred moment. Everyone just had to be quiet there for a second. Chew on that thought, Yeah. But no, those business cards look fantastic. I think that's great because there's some sense of finality, right, to holding your first business card in your hands. I got to watch my wife experience that. I know I've experienced that. Anyone who's ever started their own business has experienced that. It's that sense of ownership, right? That no one can take it from you. And you can do and grow it however you want, and it will grow based on your efforts. And if it's not growing, it means you found a way that you're not supposed to do it. Try something else, right? That's all that it means. It's not a failure. It's not a setback. It's just, okay, that's not working. Try it different.
Exactly. And, that's one thing, Sai, you and I have been this adventure for a while now. I mean, we had Rags to Riches. Smiley, you and I had Meme Coin Madness. We've tried a lot of things, and we've tried it together as a community. And so if you're going to try these things, guys, reach out, make these connections. There's a lot of people that can help you on this. And I've been lucky enough to have people like Smiley and Cyril and Crow and Wild Angel and Dylan, everybody here to help make this happen. And we get piece of information from all walks of life. You never know where you're going to get it from. So don't turn a blind eye. Just because somebody may not look or sound a certain way, and still listen to them. You just might learn something new. And who knows, maybe that secret recipe you need to succeed that you didn't know about. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. And so Smiley. Okay, so since you're right here, I'm going to pick on you next. for your endeavor. You said you wanted to talk more and be, you want to grow in that aspect. So what do you see as the big challenge to accomplish your goal?
I just need to talk more. I like to talk, but here's the thing. Not a lot of people know this, but I actually have a verbal processing disorder that I've been working on for years, and it's just hard. I can think exactly what I want to say, and it doesn't come out the way I want it to. It just comes out wrong, and yes, and it's challenging and it's embarrassing, and the more I talk, the better it gets. But if I'm nervous, it sounds like I'm drunk. My words will literally come out like that, and people look at me and I'm like, it's because I'm nervous, but I don't want to say that, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just need to keep talking. So I host spaces and I come on the show, and that's one of the reasons why I do these things, because the more I do it, the better I get at it.
Nice. And
that's how it works.
Exactly. Practice makes perfect. And I gotta tell you, I'm probably like the king of gibberish. You guys have seen me every week. I come out here and there's at least a half a dozen times minimum that I go, how's my name is Jim? Thank you for coming tonight. And like you said, it's embarrassing. It's scary. It's awkward. But at the same time, I think you have that courage to say, hey, sorry, I'm just nervous. Like, breathe, let it out. And that's okay. And believe it or not, that vulnerability, I think, really shows true courage and strength to say, whoa, guys, I'm really nervous. So let me take a breath for a second and then we'll press on. And so far, I've never had anybody's like, no, you must spit it out now. I haven't had that yet. I'm sure somebody has. But if they do, I'm just going to turn and walk away anyway. So I don't care. But it is terrifying, Smiley. And I got to tell you guys, every day I get in here, every Friday, I am terrified before I hit go live. That's why I forget sometimes. Because I know that people are going to judge me by what I say, by what I look like, by how I sound. And I have to remember, it doesn't matter. I'm here to help. And those people who want the help, they're the ones who are going to listen. Even if I sound like I'm drunk or a complete blithering idiot, hopefully they're going to get enough information. They're going to feel the passion. And Smiley, you've got so much passion, girl. You put that out there. It doesn't matter what you say. That is infectious. And they're going to grab onto that for life. And they're going to love it. So you've got this.
Thank you. I do. This is going to be my year.
Love it. It is. It's going to be all of our years. Even Wild Angel, who's back.
Yay.
Can you talk, Wild Angel?
I gotta go.
Okay. Love you. Thank you for stopping in.
It was nice seeing you guys. We'll talk later.
Okay. Bye.
Love you. Bye-bye. And she's gone.
Oh, hey, Serenity. You should look at Discord private message real quick.
Okay, let me dive over there. While I'm doing that, so Crow, now you stated your challenge as your journeyman. So what challenges do you have to face to accomplish that task? How are you going to dominate and make sure that happens?
Hours. There was about a year where, because now my work changed how they do their apprenticeship card dealio, and that was a whole fiasco. So I got about a year where I didn't have an apprentice card.
Ooh.
So I got to figure out how I'm going to do that.
Okay, so now one thing, since I am a journeyman, and probably what year was that? Do you know? Was your first year or last year? What year?
It was the second or third year.
So I might have already had my J card, so I may be able to sign off on your hours.
My plan is I'm gonna look at the times that I know for a fact I had it, like 110% know I had it, and then just gonna try to make sure I get everything in the where it's supposed to be.
Fair enough.
That's
So,
my plan. Hopefully it works, and if it
Okay.
doesn't, I'll take the punches as they come. That's all I can do.
Okay. So now, how's that going to hinder you? Can you not take your journeyman test until you have those hours signed off, or how does that
No,
work?
you can take your J card test, but they won't issue you your license until you reach a certain amount of hours.
Ah, okay.
Kind of like a
And,
pilot license.
Right, you need
Right.
40,000 apprenticeship licensed hours.
Okay. Gotcha. And so, yeah, if there's anything I can do on that, since I do have my card and I've had it now, I'm on my 4th year. So yeah, I should be able to sign off on any hours you need or whatever I need to do to help you accomplish that. You got my full support, brother.
I have to do some research, see what I can do.
Okay. Sounds good. And Dylan, I got your message, and yeah, we'll chat about that. We can do that after the stream because there's a lot of peace in that. But no, I love the idea.
Yeah,
So,
you
Crow?
definitely deserve it.
Yeah.
Okay, so where am I at?
When you get your card, do you get like a patch or a pin or a special like sign that you can show?
I will get a physical card.
Cool.
Ooh,
Are you
does
gonna
it
get a
come
tattoo?
laminated?
Yes. Is it laminated?
It's plastic.
Even better.
Oh, my apprentice one. It's just like an apprentice card. So it's like looks like a credit card. It's just plastic. It says, "Electrical journeyman." Has an
That's cool.
expiration date on the back. He's gonna show you his.
There we
So
go,
if
show
you
and tell.
spill your drink, it's a, oh, cool.
Oh, fancy.
There you go.
Nice.
And then it says on the back your license number and what your classification is. So that's it. All that for a little plastic card. And it sounds like BTK had to go through his hoops. And I feel you, brother. It's a pain. Okay, Dylan. So what is the biggest challenge you see on accomplishing your goal this year, brother?
Not enough time.
Feel that.
Yeah, I'm with you. By the way, how many people lost a day this week or two? Anybody besides me?
Me. I know Rose did.
How about you, Smiley? Did you go through a time warp or lose any time there?
I don't think so.
I know the reason why you fell into a time warp.
Why? What'd I do?
You were sitting there, and I was sitting there, and I'm gaming, and it's like 1 in the morning. I'm like, I'm going at it. I'm in it. I'm locked in. I look over, and there he is. I can just see Serenity just still doing his little game. Son of a gun! Son of a gun! Hey, you know it's like 1 o'clock, and usually you head to bed at like 11. Oh, it's a late night for everybody. I'm just gonna keep going. And then he woke up the next day. He's like, "Oh, I slept in. I stayed up way too late."
Yeah. Bad influence. See, this is what happens. I hang around with the bad people to keep me up all night.
You were playing your own game. Don't blame me.
Yeah, but I was in the chat with you guys. We were shooting the shit. And Mission Michelle says, I was a journeyman carpenter 420. Nice, Mission Michelle. That is awesome. I think everybody should absolutely learn a trade. Nothing else, just for your own satisfaction. It is so cool to be able to create things. But it's
Not to
also a
mention-
curse.
Well, yeah, well, not to mention, you will always have a source of income if you have a trade that you know, especially if you're good at it. Because right now, the average age as of the year 2020 of the average age of tradesmen or tradeswomen or is 68. Okay, 68.
Really?
Mhm.
Yes.
Whoa. I'm getting close. I've got a little ways to go still, so I'm okay.
Well, a big part of the reason why there's like buildings are so crappy these days is like, or homes specifically, is because you have this slew of people who are in the trade industry, but just didn't have someone to learn from.
Exactly. And that's one of the biggest things, and that's one reason why I push Crow so hard. It's like, dude, get your journeyman card, become a journeyman, then get your master. You're gonna be like, what did we decide, Crow? 26 when you get your master? 25?
27, because you have to hold your
27
for 3 years.
Okay. So yeah, man, 27. You're running your own electrical company, building skyscrapers, whatever you want, dude. Your future is set. You're golden. So yeah, definitely learn to trade. And if nothing else, you've always got something to fall back on.
But like whoever said it, I don't know who it is a curse. Crazy ball guy over there, when he was my journeyman, and he was telling me what to do. He goes, "Okay, I want you to go through this house. I want you to make sure everything's straight, everything's perfect." So that was my job for, first like 4 or 5 hours of every day. I would go through a house, make sure everything's perfect, everything's straight. So now I can't go anywhere without going, that's crooked, that's crooked, that's not right, that's crooked.
Yeah.
That looks like shit. That's bad. That's bad. Oops, my bad. And I want to say thank you again to Rogue Revolution. Another 20 Down Home Crypto membership. Brother, thank you so much for spreading the love. And Gaylord's Force, welcome. This is turning out to be the best Friday night, even better company. Y'all rock. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much.
Hey, I know him. Hi. I see him
You know
all
him?
the time on X. Oh, yeah, he's awesome. He's really nice.
All right. Well, welcome to the family, Taylor. It's good to have you with us, buddy. I love it.
Yeah.
Austin Clark, my man. How you doing, brother?
Hey, Austin.
I did I send Austin an invite? I thought I did.
I don't know.
By the way,
I
guys,
know I sent him a DM after the new year, and he never responded.
oh, you in trouble? Let me make sure I send him an invite. If not, I'm going to send it right now so he can come in and crash a party with us. By the way, guys, if you want to start learning about crypto trading, Austin Clark has a whole community and YouTube channel and everything where he starts guiding you and helping you through this stuff. So, if that's something that you're excited to do is learn about trading, that's the man you can talk to. I know, Cyro, he was actually one of your students to begin with, wasn't he?
So here's the thing. I spent months trying to convince him to learn to trade. I told him, dude, it is not hard, right? It's a lot simpler than people make it out to be. And he was like, no. But finally, we were at a little crypto get-together that we set up and hosted here. And because he also lives in the same state I do, he was there. And we had lots of fun, played mini golf, laser tag, but out in like the wild. That was cool. But anywho, did an escape room. But yeah, so then when we were having dinner, after dinner, we were all chilling around the fire. And he was kind of glued to his chair for reasons is his to tell.
Okay, fair.
But I was like, all right, well, now that you're stuck here, I'm going to show you exactly how simple it is. So I pulled up my account. I said, all right, see, charts right here. This is perfect. It just literally tapped the MA here. So we're going to plop in a buy. And I said, and then we're going to sell it right here. And we sat there and it happened. And he watched as I made money. Quite a bit of it sitting right there. And he's like, that's how easy it is? I'm like, yes. So he's like, all right. And yeah, it was fun. It was fun. So yes, I had to twist his arm for quite a while to set him down that path. But I knew that he would do well with it. And it would be a good path of growth that he could captain. So like not I always said that my gift was being able to see someone's potential, right? So part of the way that my brain works, due to a whole lot of things, anywho, but is I can see quantum superposition before it collapses into a singular event that's experienced by people, right? So I can basically spread out, see how a conversation will play out depending on how I respond to what they say, how they will respond, and then what will happen. It's very difficult to describe, but I can actually see that. And so like I can see what someone could become as long as they followed a certain path, right? And so I saw that Austin would do really well for trading, and I'm like, come on. And I will sit there and I will keep pushing someone however long it takes. I have a guy I mentor. I've been pushing him nonstop for the last 2 years to take a step and just do the thing. Finally, he did it, and his entire mindset has flipped. It was like a light switch, right? Once you take a step onto a path you're supposed to be doing, right? That growth, it just ignites a fire in you. a passion. And that's what I want people to experience. And that's why I always say, you don't get to be my friend and not grow, because I will push you repeatedly until you do the thing. Because I see how it can become for you, right? And I want that for you.
Yep. And I can vouch for that. He has pushed me down several times, and then I get up and he pushes me some more. It's like, go. Falling down doesn't help. He won't give up, guys. So yeah, you get in our inner circle, yeah, somebody will be pushing you. Absolutely. I love it. Thank you, Sai.
Absolutely.
And
I mean, when we met, you had like literally just decided to take the plunge and try the YouTuber thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that growth.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, I was pushed into this, guys. I was cutting wires and I was making some education, thinking, okay, it'll be fun. I want to help some people out. Then I hooked up with you bonks. Then I hooked up with Cyril, and between the two of them, they bullied me into it. And I should have. they totally beat me up. It's like twisted my arm. It was horrible. But it's also the best decisions I ever made. And so, even though at the time I was giving up a solid paycheck, a great job, well, a good job that paid well. We'll put that. But I had to give that up and take this risk of, man, I don't know if I'm going to survive. And I got my family's backing. I got the support of my friends, and they're like, dude, we got your back. If you believe in it, make it happen. You'll do great things. And I got to say, Sai, thank you so much, brother, because you and Crow and Smiley, you guys have been there the whole way, pushing and aspiring. In those days, I feel like, man, I should be cutting wires. I can make so much better money. But I can't change lives. So is it really worth it in the long run? Money's easy. No, it's not worth it. So that's why I'm here. Going to the job, living check by check, that's not worth it. This has a purpose. And, you guys have inspired me and reminded me that every single day and every week as we've been going through this. So, Smiley, believe it or not, you are a huge influence on coming in here every day. You have the courage to do it. That means I better have the courage to do it. So, you're absolutely driving me.
Well,
thank you very much.
I'm happy to hear that, because definitely this is where you should be. I totally believe that with everything I've got. You just, you make everybody's lives better, and we have a lot of fun, and we learn a lot. And like I said, you are always still the first place I go to now when I'm researching projects. I run over and I'm like, did Serenity do a video? Oh, yay! Because you explain it so that I can understand it, and I appreciate that. And like you said, as the bull run hits and people come flooding into this space, they're going to be looking for someone who can explain it in an easy to understand way. Because everybody says, "Oh, go read the white paper," which I do. But then it helps when you show up Serenity with a video and you can show the hardware, you can show what's going on, and you have your pictures and you explain it just so that everybody can understand. And that's a gift.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. And
I agree.
Yeah, thank you, Sai. And, the two of you have absolutely inspired me to do that. And Crow, man, I guinea pigged on you for years. So you have been an absolute crucial part to make sure I'm drawing this in crayon. Because, Sai, you can break it down the financial system in places that just spins my brain out of control, straight up. And I know that. And unfortunately, a lot of people out there, they regurgitate the white paper back to you. They're like, yeah, but it does this. You need to go buy it now. They're like, yeah, but why? What the hell does it really do? I don't know, but it said it's really good in the white paper. And so literally between you guys, you have all taught me to take this complicated structure, and I don't want to say dumb it down because somebody's not intelligent, but because they're not experienced. They don't know what deep in is. They don't understand why it can play such a huge factor in the coming years. And so I try to draw that in crayon, and you guys are the ones who inspire me. It's like, hey, we may not understand, or like Sai's like, dude, I can build a whole business model out of it, but some people can't. You're going to have a 62-year-old guy who has $20 a week to spend. He doesn't know what to do with it. That's the person you need to connect with. They need to find a better way. And you guys have always helped inspire me and educate me to make sure I can do it in that manner. So thank you.
Can I ask you, though? I mean, that's really cool, but $20 to that one guy is like a lot of money. But maybe
Right.
you have also somebody watching who $2,000 is a lot of money, and they can still apply the same principles to how to invest their money. So it doesn't really matter the amount. It matters, that you're doing what you want and you're intentional with it and you know what you're doing. You're not just throwing it at investments, hoping it does well, and then running around blaming people when it doesn't. That you actually understand, hey, this is my investment. Here's what I can do with it. Here's what could happen. Here's what couldn't happen. You know what I mean? So that you are offering those options gives people freedom and control over their own money and assets. And that is really cool.
Absolutely. And thank you, Smile. That's one thing. I never want to pick on the people who do have money or don't. I've really tried to learn from the rules of solvency. Money really doesn't matter. It's the education. And so if you have money, you don't loan it. You loan your time. You loan your energy. You help them build and grow. Thanks to Cyril. It's one thing we talked about in Rags to Riches. But one of my biggest driving forces, there we go. That made more sense. Remember we talked about the drinking and not talking well? Yeah, that's me. Is the fact that I always think in my mind of the people that I worked with every day that live that check by check. And really, that's how I go in the studio. Every day I go in with that mindset. How am I going to help this person break free? And I'll put faces in there. It's like, okay, I'm talking to this person today or that person today. And, it's one of those where I thank you guys because it's something that I strive very hard to do. And I have a lot of problems with it because just like we did earlier, I have problems with big words. I tend to screw them up too. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? At the same time, I've got no problem saying, okay, Jim, this is what it is. It's like, thank you, because I sound like an idiot.
It's all about learning and growth.
Exactly. And Austin says, I better see y'all with 50 plus live viewers by end of the year, keeping authentic and yourselves. Love seeing the consistency of doing the show. Keep killing it. Austin, thank you, brother. Love you, my man. And yes, we will keep growing it bigger and bigger every week, and we're going to make it better. I don't know how, but it sounds really good. Best way to learn something is teach it. I agree. I got to catch up on comments here, guys, so give me a sec here. If you ever need help, Serenity, reach out to me. All that matters to me is I can help change lives. Brother, thank you, Dylan. That is awesome. I will definitely do so. Now that you're part of the inner circle, man, you can't get rid of us. We're kind of like an infectious disease. We don't go away. Alex says that was the first lesson we learned in Unipsych 101. 5% of things someone teaches you is retained, but 90% of what you teach is retained. I did not know that.
Yep.
Cool.
100%.
I love it. And I do. I remember things better when I taught it. Like earlier, just for the stream, I was trying to remember HIP 138, and I rattled that number off. Guys, I can't even remember my wife's phone number, okay? So the fact that I remembered HIP 138 was amazing. And yeah, because I taught it, so it's true. I see. As you build connections both interpersonal and in your brain, you are increasing your complexity, which in turn actually increases your level of consciousness and awareness. Really? Sai, brighten that for us, buddy.
Yeah, so literally everything is a field of energy, right? We've scientifically proven that at this point, and I'm not going to waste the time diving into all the science of that. But if you want to know about it, we can talk about it later. But anywho, consciousness operates the same as a field, right? So just like matter condensed in one spot influences the field of gravity, complexity of life is what influences the field of consciousness, right? So as you become more connected, there's more energy that flows through your ripples in the field, essentially. It's how you interact in the field of consciousness with others. It's why you can feel people near you when they're standing near you, right? It's all part of that. Again, the full free course that I'm working on for you guys goes into all of that, so don't worry about it. And it shows you the science behind it. Anywho, so as you are increasing those connections, your brain gets additional surface area, right? As you're learning and you're growing, because it gets more folds to store those additional neurons. But when you're doing that, you're also increasing the surface area that stores microtubules, which is the brain's, it is how it processes the quantum state consciousness. You, right? you're stored, like your consciousness state is actually, it interacts with your body through these quantum microtubules on the surface of your brain, right? And again, so that's how you interact with that field of consciousness. So keep growing, keep increasing connections, keep learning, right? And you will literally feel like your awareness expand, and like the way you start seeing things changes.
Wow.
That's referenced in tons of ancient cultures. In every single religion, they represent it typically as a golden disc around the head, which Christianity utilizes as halos and angels, right? That is something that is innately known within people before we started getting distracted by what we built with modern society.
Right.
That's interesting. We do get easily distracted, don't we?
Oh yeah. Squirrel.
Because I like to meditate, and it's hard. You get so easily distracted. It's hard to really focus and to calm down and to really just, let your mind like relax, because it's so used to, especially me, all day long stimulation, look at this, scroll, click, and to actually stop yourself is a challenge and a talent to be developed, I think.
It's part of rewriting the default mode network in those 4 regions of the brain, right? Your brain will follow the pathways you feed. I tell people, force yourself to do the thing 100 times, right? Set your schedule. And, I even had one guy, he asked me, he's like, will I notice the difference by the 100th time? And I said, you'll lose count before then.
Yep.
Thanks.
I was on 6.
I'm totally squirreling sometimes.
And that's where some of my greatest adventures happened, was scrolling, though. And that's one thing that, it's great to be focused, and you got to do that. But every once in a while, the world's going to throw things at you, and you may not expect it. You may not know why this person or this event wandered in your life, but I guarantee it's there to learn something from it. So take a minute, analyze, find out what you have to learn from that event or that person, because I guarantee it's there for a reason.
Yep. Absolutely. You got a lot of comments to catch up on, dude. Let's go.
I know. I've actually been scrolling through them as we go, guys, so I hope you've seen these. And, man, I got to say thank you so much. Rogue, thank you, brother. Dylan, thanks so much for your support and your love. And as you guys know, I'm here to make sure to educate and guide, but the funding truly does help, because like going to these deep in events, things like that, that's what this is for. So thank you so much. And as we get giveaways, things like that, I'm going to definitely be giving them away to you guys for just being a part of this amazing community. Even Wild Angel donated. Thank you so much, Wild Angel. And Austin, thank you, brother. Let's go! Own 2025, ladies and gents. Absolutely, brother. And, man, yeah, I bounced around in the comments. I've been trying to throw them up here. And I would say thank you for all your love and support. Everybody who's donating, everybody who's just here, everybody who's telling your friends about us. And that's all I ever ask. If you would, guys, if you're enjoying this and you want to see more and you want to help get this kind of information out, tell your friends about it. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Share it out on your Twitter, your Facebook. I post everywhere and we broadcast everywhere. So let's get people in here. Let's make the world a better place.
Absolutely.
Yep. And a shout out to Austin for Weenie Hut Jr. You got to have a SpongeBob reference.
I love it. And yes, HJ says, we have 12 live viewers. Everyone better donate $10 to the stream, or you are a Wiener Hut Jr. Donate $10 and tell them what you plan on accomplishing this year. Yes, please share your ideas, guys. Let us know what you're working on. Maybe we can help. Maybe we've got a connection. We can introduce you to people. Just like with trading. Hey, hit up Austin Clark. You want to find a way to grow your mind? Absolutely hit up Cyril. You want to master D&D? I got the D&D god over there on the side, the bird god there. You want experience in speaking, getting comfortable with it? I will get you up here. Smiley and I will absolutely get you connected and on these streams and participating. You want to start making life-changing income? You want to build a business or a deep in project? Man, we got Dylan down below. He will absolutely get you connected to help you grow your investment portfolio. There's all kinds of ways you can connect and grow, and we've got the resources right here. So thank you all for being a part of it. I love this. I put enough for 10 people in $10. Perfect.
Yay.
Yep. Yeah, Dylan, you count for at least, we're up to 20 now, so you're doing good, brother. Thank you. Thank you for your generosity, my man.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Good. Good, Dylan. You've been way too quiet, man. Come on.
Oh, what was it? Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So if you can get a community vote together, I'll buy the giveaway items if you can figure out what people want. And deepen, not cars, no cars, but
1970 Charger RT. Thank you very much.
I think
So
a
is my
helium
dream.
hotspot should be the first thing.
Yes.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
I like that.
we got 8
I agree.
Indoor helium hotspots.
Ooh, that's pretty sick.
Oh yeah.
Well, you tell me what you want to do, and I will arrange the giveaway or however you want to do it, buddy. You guys just let me know. And if there is anything you guys want to give away or anything like that, I'm always up to help support the community and spread the goodwill.
I love it.
Yeah, let's get together after this stream. Me, you, and Smiling will go over all that. All that
Awesome. I
matters
love it.
is we can help people start passive income. For example, I've been sending deepen projects to Africa because over there, a deepen project earns more money than they make in a whole week or a month. And that's what we've been doing to help prevent all these scams, because a lot of these scams come from Africa because they just can't afford anything over there. So that's what we've been doing to help cut back on a lot of these scammers. It's changed a lot of their lives, and they're very thankful for it.
Dude, I think that's awesome. And yeah, especially in countries like that, it doesn't take nearly as much as it does here in America. In fact, Alpha was telling us about that the other day. And so, yeah, getting a hotspot or something like that in the hands of somebody in one of those countries, that can be life-changing money. So, Dylan, I think that's awesome, brother.
Dylan, remind me later to discuss connecting you with a client of mine who is currently making significant moves in South Africa, Namibia, and then into Nigeria. And it involves Web3. The most that I can say is they already have quite a few products that are out there and in use. They have a biometric security platform that stores data on the blockchain, secured via biometrics. They also have a lock where you can lock up data and then have it distributed to somebody if you die, right? I.e., like after a set period of time. Anywho, but their mobile device, sub $200, and their goal is to get it into the hands of everybody in Africa because it has built-in CPU miners, it has a DApp portal right there where they can start earning, they can start staking, they can start growing, all of that fun stuff. So let's talk.
Awesome. Definitely interested. I don't know if you saw our tweet, but I have investors lined up on the back end to help support deepen projects up to $450 million.
Awesome. That's great. I love it.
Love making connections. I love the fact it's happening here, man. That's awesome. And yes, Ashley, send me a DM, and I'll definitely get to it right after the stream here. After I get some food, then after the stream.
They'd also be able to get you connected with the entire education department of the nation of South Africa through their connection with Dr. Catherine. Very amazing lady with what she's doing down there and the work. And they have an indoor access to the education department that they're working on as well. A lot of cool stuff happening there with that client. So I think it would be a fantastic connection for you guys. on both sides.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, definitely interested.
I love it. There you go. Connections made right here in the stream. Guys, if you want to change your life, you need to change the people you're around. You need to change your environment. Make some simple changes. Connect with the people that are going in the direction you want to go in. Whether that's financial, that's spiritual, that's work, whatever it is. Surround yourself with the people that are moving and shaking and driving things forward. And I guarantee you're going to get caught up in the wave and you guys are all going to succeed together. That's what we do here at Down Home Crypto. So, and I think this is awesome. I love these kind of connections.
It's all fields, right? So hop on the wave you want to surf. This is literally it, right? So
yeah. Surfing to success, baby. Here we go. We're off. Man, if this is how 2025 starts, can you imagine what this year is going to be like?
Oh, this year is going to hold a lot of surprises for all of us, right? Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Things are going to go wrong. Things are going to go great, too. Anything can happen, and that's what's exciting about it. It depends on the mindset you carry into the year and hang on to through the year.
Right. Exactly. And, that's one of the most important things, guys, is, we may come up here every week and we have fun and we laugh and we tell jokes and everything else, and we're all doing well. But even when things are going bad, we still show up because guaranteed this is where the inner strength comes from. We're all going to fall down. We're all going to have problems. Things are going to go wrong in life. That's part of life, but that's part of the journey, part of the adventure. And that's how we build our strength. That's where we get our courage from, is to pick ourselves back up when they do go wrong. Brush it off. And one thing I can guarantee you, no matter what you've done, no matter what happens or goes wrong, you will find someone who will support you and back you in Down Home Crypto. Me especially, because, man, I've screwed up more shit in my lifetime than any 10 people combined. So, pretty good odds I've been there. Not going to judge. I don't throw rocks. That's not my place. My place is to help you get yourself back up and realize you are worthy of love, of belonging, of success. You are worthy of all this. You need to decide that you're worthy as well. Once you do that, the sky's the limit.
Absolutely.
So, we're getting close to wrap up. We got about 10, 15 minutes left here, guys. So, what haven't I covered yet on the 2025 adventure that's set forth for us? What do you guys want to talk about?
Ooh. That's a good question.
Thank you. I had one good question all night. Woo! I win. Okay, I can die happy now.
I don't know. I feel like we've covered so much this stream, really.
Dude, this has been epic. We've touched on damn near everything. And, it's one of those, I know I probably sound like a broken record or a soap opera or, blowing sunshine up your ass, whatever you want to call it. This is not me trying to just make you feel good. This is not me just pretending because I'm here. You can ask Crow. He sees me every day, saw me every day. I worked in a plant of 200 people that were hostile and angry and hated life. And I refused to let it affect me. That's what you need to do in this life. It doesn't matter what someone else thinks. It doesn't matter what someone else says. You need to decide that you deserve it, and you're going to fight for it. If they knock you down, fine. You get up and you keep going. And so make no mistake. This is not just about being positive for your benefit. This is the way life needs to be. This is the way you need to change your mindset and realize we're all connected. Just like Cyril's course talks about. We are all part of the same tree. And so when you spread that good, when you spread that love and make those connections, it's going to make the entire tree and everyone around you grow with you. And that's what we're all about here.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. So, next, let's see. What was it? I know I had something else and I fell off the wagon. I don't know. Smiley, what was it? Take it away, girl. It's all yours.
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
That was epic. I love it.
He pitches a serve, and she's like, oh, I'm good.
Caught it and then dropped it in front of you.
Mic drop. That was a great comeback, Smile. I love it. And that's what makes it great is we don't always have words of profound wisdom. Sometimes like, yeah, I don't know, good enough. And you know what? That really is good enough, because that's not what we're about. We don't have to always have something profound to say. Although it gets really quiet if somebody doesn't say something.
Yes, it can. But, I like to think of those as a little reminder to enjoy the stillness of life as well, right? Quiet reflection. Because, yeah, we've been biting off a lot of big topics as we've been bouncing around, carrying this theme of growth into the new year. And, I think that, sometimes when a lot has been said and you're kind of quiet, it's all right to say, you know what? I hope you all have a great night. And it has been an absolute blast sitting here talking with all of you. And I look forward to seeing you all next Friday.
Yay! Thanks,
Well
Si.
said.
Same here.
Well said. Go ahead, Smiley. Let's close this out.
Thank you so much for letting me come tonight and just hang out, because you're my people and I appreciate that. And so I enjoyed everything except the talking part, but that's okay. It'll get better.
It will. It will. Crow?
Going into next year, do all the things. Don't push them off. Do all the things.
See, I love that. And I just want to focus on that for a second. So there's an actual school of thought, right, where they refer to it as trying to thread the eye of the needle, right, where you'll get an initial impulse, whether that's, oh, I want to put that away, or, oh, I saw that on the ground, or, oh, I should go meditate, or, oh, I should go to the gym, right? But you hesitate. And then what does your brain do? It talks you out of it, because that's the default mode network, right, in play right there. So, you got to thread the eye of the needle and capture that initial moment. And just as soon as the urge hits, that initial thought, just do it right then and there. Don't think about it. Just do it without thought, right? And that is how you're able to start making it a habit, start changing your default mode network, because it's all about causing your brain to travel the pathway that makes you do the action as a response to that thought, right? And as you do that more and more, it makes that pathway stronger, right? And then electricity flows. Your brain operates on electricity. It will take the path of least resistance automatically. It's your job to just build the path initially, and then that's how change happens. That's why you lose count before you hit 100, right? So, like Crow is always saying, just do the thing.
Well said. I love it. And yeah, people ask me all the time, like, Jim, did you look before you jumped? I'm like, look at what? I don't know. I don't know what's down there. I'm just jumping anyway. Man, do the thing. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let anything hold you back. If that's something you believe in, you're passionate about, man, go for it. Dive in, both feet. Don't worry about it.
And Dylan.
And Dylan.
And Dylan. Your turn, my man.
Well, just a small quote here. So success isn't about never failing. It's about refusing to quit. It only takes one win to change your life forever. I came from poverty, but through persistence and belief, I respect everyone around me. I built an empire. Treating others with respect not only helps you grow financially, but also spiritually. If I can rise from nothing, so can you. Keep going until you win.
Dude, love it. Love it. That's powerful. Man, some words of wisdom. I'm not even going to try and beat that. So everybody, if you're watching this live, if you're watching the restream, whatever, thank you so much for tuning in. And we hope to see you all next week. Stay safe and go out there and fight for what you believe in. Love you all. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.